Here are the top 10 reasons Meghan Markle is broke. Number 10, as someone marrying into the royal family, your chances of becoming richer can get pretty high. At this point, I'm pretty sure we all know the story about how Harry and Meghan left the royal family to focus on themselves. And we all know that this was not taken well by the royal family, the British press, and even from the supporters of the royals. When Harry and Meg made the decision to step down from the royal duties, they had to give up the royal titles. Harry remained a prince, and the couple kept their Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles, but are no longer addressed as His or Her Royal Highness. Harry also gave up his military titles and therefore did not wear his uniform at the funeral of the late Queen Elizabeth. The couple was angry about media intrusion and frustrated that Buckingham Palace stopped them from developing their Sussex royal brand. I feel like because they willingly wanted to give up the royal duties to move to LA, they shouldn't be that upset about the palace not allowing them to use Sussex Royal. But what do you think? Is their frustration justified? Number 9, if the couple isn't working as royals, how are they making their money? The Sussexes own a media company, Archewell Productions, which makes various programs for Netflix. The deal is thought to be worth millions of dollars. This includes the Harry and Meghan docuseries, in which the royal couple talks about life in the royal family. Archewell also has a 3-year deal with Spotify where they make podcasts. The couple did not produce any content for the platform in 2021, which reportedly led Spotify producers to step in. Meghan Markle has since released her own Spotify podcast, Archetypes. Aside from that, Meghan was involved in writing and publishing a children's book called The Bench in 2021. Considering how much the couple is involved in, they might be doing just fine without the royal income, but how long do you think they're going to be able to keep up their lifestyle? Who knows how long these deals are going to last, or whether or not they're going to be making other deals after their drama with the royals isn't as relevant anymore. Number 8, after Harry and Meg dropped their docuseries, along with the money, they received a lot of criticism, including from the royal family itself. How did King Charles respond to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's documentary on Netflix? He was said to be concerned at the damage Harry and Meghan's documentary could cause to their relationship with the British royal family. The docuseries has apparently left a bad taste in Charles's mouth. A source claimed that Charles does not want to deal with the drama after he took over the throne from his late mother. While he's putting on a brave face behind closed doors, he's concerned that the docuseries will cause irreparable damage to the monarchy, the insider said. A source told Radar Online that Charles thinks that the whole ordeal is a money grab for Harry and Meghan. Harry's father, King Charles, knows Harry and Meghan struck a $100 million deal with Netflix, said a source. They've done this show purely for financial gain, and it's full of lies. Charles understands that Harry feels he could have been a better father, but at the same time, he doesn't think he and the rest of the family deserve to be attacked and shamed like this. Harry and Meghan have hit the point of no return, another source told the outlet. As far as Charles is concerned, this is the last straw. But Meghan and Harry insist they needed to do the docuseries, said the insider. Of course, there are people who are going to say the pair are selling out the royal family, but Harry and Meghan have a right to share their account of what happened. Charles seems like he does not want to have another controversy added under his belt, but with the way Harry and Meghan have been constantly talking about what goes on behind the palace doors, it's definitely not a good look for the royals. Number 7, Meghan said she wanted to retire from her acting career after she got married to Harry. The Duchess of Sussex was told by the Queen she had every right to continue her acting career once she stepped away from her royal duties. Martin, who wrote the best-selling book Diana, Her True Story in 1992, made the claim on the podcast Royally Obsessed and explained that Meghan and the Duke of Sussex were given the opportunity to go wherever they pleased after they expressed a desire to step back from the royal roles last year. They were given a degree of latitude, Morton said. They were told, here are your first-class tickets, pick which country you want to go to, we're gonna make you youth ambassadors for the Commonwealth. Meghan left her role on the legal drama Suits shortly after it was announced that she and Harry were dating in 2016 and has not expressed any public interest to resume acting since. Now, Morton believes neither Harry nor Meghan gave it enough thought when they chose to no longer be full-time working royals. What do you think? Is the couple on their way to losing everything, or will they benefit off this drama in the long term? Number 6, other than Charles, the senior royals are not publicly reacting to the series and are said to be getting on with their duties. Harry has also faced claims of hypocrisy after he used the show to slam Meghan's father Thomas Markle for doing deals with photographers. The shameless prince told Netflix, "It's amazing what people will do when offered a huge amount of money." He and Meghan are said to have been paid £80 million to spill their guts on the show. The couple was also called out for not telling the whole truth after at least 17 mistakes in their Oprah Winfrey interview. Meghan even had to apologize to the High Court after forgetting she had briefed the authors of Finding Freedom despite denying the claim for years. Yesterday, their spokeswoman raised eyebrows by claiming Megxit was never about privacy. Ashley Hansen told the New York Times their statement announcing their decision to step back mentions nothing of privacy and reiterates their desire to continue their roles and public duties. Any suggestion otherwise speaks to a point of this series. They are choosing to share their story on their terms, and yet the tabloid media has created an entirely untrue narrative that permeates press coverage and public opinion. The facts are right in front of them. Sources close to William and Kate say they are shocked that the Sussexes are painting a picture of a couple abandoned by the royal family when so much was done to make them happy. Netflix claims the royal family were approached for comment, but this is heavily disputed. Number 5, the couple spent almost $15 million on an estate in Montecito, the seaside of Santa Barbara, California. The Duke and Duchess also repaid the sovereign grant for the $3 million spent to remodel Frogmore Cottage. The couple's estimated net worth, including the equity from their Montecito home, is roughly $10 million. The Queen has a net worth of $500 million, while the combined value of the British monarch's holdings were worth an estimated $25 billion. Did the couple fumble a bag? I'd be lying if I said this isn't an insanely huge amount of money to have access to. The prince and his wife want to dedicate their life to helping others and improving the world. Prince Harry stated that his life is always going to be about public service, and Meghan signed up to that. But they also have to pay the bills, and thanks to their global celebrity status, Hollywood is only happy to help with the financial blow. Number 4, for years, royal followers have been fascinated with Prince Harry's net worth. The fascination grew even more after the decision to take a step back from the British royal family. The couple started gaining a lot more attention when the two were interviewed by Oprah for the CBS primetime special. Though there was speculation at the time that Meghan and Harry were paid for the interview, it was later confirmed that the couple would not be collecting a paycheck and said that no donations are being made to their charity. With that said, there are still a lot of question marks around Prince Harry's net worth. How much were Prince Harry's annual allowances? 95% of Harry's income before he left the royal family came from his father, King Charles, who at the time controlled the Duchy of Cornwall, a portfolio of property and financial investments, securing $29 million back in 2019. Harry's annual allowance from Duchy, which he shared with Meghan, was around $7 million. This paid for Harry and Meghan's public duties as working members of the royal family, such as wardrobe and travel, as well as private costs. The other 5% of Harry's income came from the sovereign grant, which is taxpayer funded and paid from the government to the royal family to cover expenses for official duties as well as the royal palace. According to the BBC, the grant, which is also funded from Crown estate profits and commercial properties owned by the Crown, is worth $114 million. If it wasn't for Harry marrying Meg, Harry could have probably had a lot more in his bank account. But as they say, money doesn't buy happiness. We wonder just how happy this couple is with their decision of leaving. What do you think? Number 3, it is necessary for all royal staff to sign NDAs. People in the palace don't want the public to know too much about what goes on in the palace, but when the rebellious Meghan and Harry released a docuseries that might as well have been titled Life as a Royal, they really caused even more damage to their relationship with the royals. In today's day, the internet is running media in a generalized way, and people are more curious about what they don't know due to everything being accessible at the click of a button. When the world can search anything and get an answer, the answers they can't get become a mystery that people become obsessed with. And the more secretive a government body like the monarch becomes, the more people dig and create ideas of their own. I get the docuseries does not follow royal protocol, but I think releasing some never-before-seen information saves the royals from an inevitable curiosity that killed the cat situation due to people fighting for truth in the modern era. Number 2, Harry's memoir, Spare, was officially published on January 10, but a lot of the book's content was leaked in advance, including the claim he was physically attacked by his brother Prince William. He also talks about his grief over the passing away of his mother, Princess Diana, and says he and William urged their father not to marry Camilla, the Queen Consort. From the publisher, the book is described as a landmark publication full of insight, revelation, self-examination, and hard-won wisdom about the eternal power of love over grief. The memoir reveals the memories of 2 young boys, 2 princes, walking behind their mother's coffin as the world watched in sorrow and horror. As Diana, Princess of Wales, was laid to rest, billions wondered what the princes must be thinking and feeling and how their lives would play out from that point on. When the book was announced, the publisher said some of the proceeds would go to charity. 2 donations of $1.5 million and £300,000 respectively will go to the charities Centibale and Wellchild. Number 1, as to whether Harry would be invited to Charles's coronation, Anderson speculated he would be, but Harry would face heavier consequences depending on what Harry and Meghan shows. I think they will go in May unless everything blows up in everyone's face and irreparable damage is done. The titles and charities and whatnot, there's a lot left that Charles could do to punish Harry again. That includes the possibility that Charles could absolutely strip Harry and Meghan of their royal titles, though it's more likely the monarch will take the keep calm and carry on approach, as Queen Elizabeth II so often did before she passed away. The Archetypes podcast host also talked about the process of making the series in her Variety interview. It's interesting, my husband has never worked in the entertainment industry before. She said, for me, having worked on Suits, it's so amazing to be around so much creative energy and see how people work together and share their own points of view. That's been really fun. Now that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have completed their Hollywood transition, the couple is entering an uncharted new chapter in life now that they won't be returning as full-time working members of the British royal family. No diplomatic formalities, no government security detail, and no royal patronage. That's all for today's top 10. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for some more juicy royal drama, and I'll catch you next time on The Rich Life.